Thanks for clicking on Just Beast Fitness. I'm your trainer Jasper Bravo. Today we are training our arms. So if you're somebody, I know if you click on this video, it means you're somebody who maybe you want to try and fill your sleeves with your arms. That is, you believe that there's nothing as arms which are just too big, which I also believe. I believe that you can always grow your arms to make you look more aesthetic. You want to have that awesome peak on your biceps and a huge tricep that when you walk, somebody can see you from behind, somebody can notice that you lift. Now this one must be the video for you, and in this video we are going to do a very simple workout but very effective. That is science based but still proven, because this is a workout I've been doing for some times and it's been giving me so much results. So if you're somebody who is keen, you want to fill your arms, or you're somebody who just wants to have very well defined arms, that is biceps and triceps, this is just the video for you. That's what we're going to do tonight. And right now you can see we are checking our physique so far, seeing the progress, because right now we are on a bulk. This is a year of bulking and we are planning to bulk to around August unless otherwise. And right now we are still happy with the results, we're happy with the progress, and you can say that we still can do with more calories because we are not getting at really bad stage and the rate is good too. So we appreciate how we are looking right now, and as always we try to pause just to see on the progress and just to learn and become better at this process, because if you want to maybe one day compete, you never know this world how it goes. Always if you want to compete, the best thing always is not to just go to stage and start trying to pause. Rather, it's always best to try and practice continuously for a long period of time, so that by the time you get to stage, these posing routines become like your second nature. So that's what we are trying to do. We're always trying to get better, trying to know how to show what we have, because I believe that even if you don't really plan to compete, it's always good to be able to show your gains. You should be able to know how to show your gains as long as you're working out. Any person who is building their body, whether a lady or a guy, needs to know how to pose just to show the best of what you've worked for. It's good even for your pics. Let's say you're taking pics of videos, or even for yourself, just if you want to admire yourself and see the progress, there's a way in which you need to position the muscles so that they show best, and that one I believe is through posing. So posing is something that we all need to learn as long as you're working on building yourself, and that is building your body, improving it, maybe losing weight or gaining the muscles. You need to know how to show that body so that you can see where to improve, and you can also see where to appreciate, because it's good always to see the progress and appreciate whatever it is you've been working for. That's a good way to motivate yourself too, and also help you with the journey. Sometimes the days you wake up and you don't feel like doing it, those are the things you need to do to push you into doing them. So today's workout, which is going to be workout, we are starting with tricep, and we are starting with the cross the body tricep extension, which has become one of my new favorite workouts, especially for triceps. And this workout hits especially the short and the mid head of the triceps. So if you want the part of the triceps that is from outside, this is the main workout for it. And so if you want that bulging muscle just on the outside part of the arm, this one is a very good workout. And I love it also because it's not strenuous so much, because some of the workouts, especially the carbs, usually are very strenuous on the elbows, and sometimes could get injured on your elbows when you do some of these workouts, especially when you're going to failure. But I love this one because it doesn't have such a problem. So right now, this workout we are doing a Mayo reps. So that means that in this set, I'm doing one arm to failure, then I go the other side, then I come exchange this side, then the other side. I do that thrice so that I get to failure and even past failure, and that will be considered just one set, because we're just here to attack the weight. As always, when you come to the gym, we don't come to joke, we don't come to to waste time. We are coming here to attack the weight and just kill it. So that's why the first workout already, we are giving it everything we could, because that's what's up. Then we alternatively go, after that we don't rest, by the way, we go direct to doing these dumbbell curls, and we're doing them on the side. This one is just to expose that short head, just to help with the peak of the muscle, because normally most of these curl movement we do them when our arms and thumbs are facing forward, and that is good. But when you really want to stress that long head of the muscle of the biceps, that is, you could always open your arms like that and you squeeze the way up and down, and that exposes that muscle really well. And I'm doing these ones in 21s, and this is also another awesome trick you can use if you want to get some serious beating to your biceps. And that is, you do one side of the arm, you do 7 reps, then you take the other side, you do another 7, then you don't put the weight down, you put it the other side, you do another 7, then you exchange, you do the other side. You do that way 3 times, and by the time you're getting to your third one, I'm telling you that your biceps will be cooked, and that could even be enough for a workout of a day. You can just do that for a set or 2 or 3, and you'll have your biceps cooked enough. So that's what we are doing, like currently here. We're just doing alternatively doing this one side 7 reps, then you alternate the other side, you do another 7 reps. This is just 15 kilograms. With this one, you don't need to lift really heavy, because if you go for heavy weights, you won't be able to manage all the 7 reps, especially on the last set. So just to make sure that we're able to do the 7s, that is the 21s, with this one we're using the 15 reps. And also I want you to notice something, that when I'm doing the curls, there's a common mistake that I want you to notice that I don't make, and that is people tend to drop the weight down. You see people lifting the weight really well, and then on the way down you just let loose and you let the weight drop on your laps. That's because when the weight is going down, you are not really engaging your biceps enough. Because if you engage your biceps enough, meaning you squeeze it as you bring the weight down, you'll not drop it like that. And that one is extra work, because you know the eccentrics are also important, if not more important than concentrics and the constant part. So this one is the third side, the right side, and I'm doing just the same stuff. Now this is the third one, and you can see already I'm struggling to do the reps, but I'm still in mind. I make sure that I don't cheat any of the reps by dropping the weight down. So I rest for a few seconds, then I go to the second set of the same workout, that is the cross the body tricep extension, and I go again for failure. And this one I'm also going to do 3 mayors, that is, I go to failure with the right arm. This is just 10 reps. Then I go to the left arm, I do another 10 reps. Then I repeat the same thrice, and that makes it the second set, just to make sure we kill it. So the people who usually ask most of the time in the comments that they want to have very big arms, and they ask me, or they could be just asking around. I see people ask this even in other people's videos, that they're asking on how to grow big arms, especially the biceps. And I just want to let you know that, of course, the biceps is a very beautiful muscle, especially when you're putting on track top, or you're bare chested, or you're putting on a t-shirt that is fitting. The biceps usually look very beautiful from the front. So for that reason, I understand the obsession, why when people think of having big arms, they first think of the biceps. But I want to tell you one thing, that if your interest really is having big arms, really big muscular arms, then I'd advise you to really train your triceps more than even you train your biceps. And there are reasons for this. Number one reason is because majority of your arm width is covered by the tricep muscle. It's like almost the 3/4 of your arm. So if you see somebody having a big arm, most of the time is they really have a big triceps. Of course, they could be having a big biceps too, but majority of that width comes from the triceps. And most of it, and when you meet somebody who just trains their biceps and doesn't train their triceps, which is super rare, you'll notice that their arms, they'll have very awesome looking triceps, but their arms don't look as big. In fact, most of the time you'll be wondering what's up with their arms. You'll be like seeing their arms to be off in a way. You could look at them and you'll see the biceps really popping, but on the second thought you'll be wondering what's up with that arm. There must be something missing, and mostly you'll find that it's the triceps that is not well developed. So if you want to have that big arms that you're looking for, let's say you want to just have a well-defined structured arm that makes you look aesthetic, you need to train your triceps. And also it will make you look wide at the top, because the tricep is the outer part of the arm. So you have many reasons for doing that. Then another reason also why you need to train your triceps more is because they can take more beating. Triceps tend to recover faster than biceps. So maybe if you train your triceps every day, I'm assuming that you are a crazy maniac, then you could train your biceps every other day, and that will be a good balance for both, and you'll see awesome progress on your arms. Now, right now, this is the second set for these alternating 21s, that is 7s for both of the biceps. And already right now it's not easy. You can see how I'm squinting my face. That is not because of joy or anything. I'm not doing that because of anything. It's because the weight is just so nice. It feels nice and sweet and sweet. It's called sweet pain. Yeah, it's painful and sweet at the same time. So, and of course the pump is also just killing right now. You can see how the veins are all over the place right now. That is a good indication. Always when I see the veins, I know something is happening. I know the muscles are working, because the veins usually show you that a lot of oxygen is being pumped there through the blood, which means that place is really being worked. So that's a good show. Now, apart from training the arms also, I would always advise you also not to forget to do different days for arms. That is, you should have a specific day for arms. Most of the time I find guys who tell me that they want to improve their arms. In fact, they tell me that they want their arms to grow, but they train their arms after a certain body part. That is, after legs or after chest or after shoulders, which is a good way to do it, assuming that you're doing it very frequently. Excuse me. But my advice always is, if you want to see a real improvement in your arms, if you want your arms really to catch up with the rest of the body parts, then I'd advise you to always have a specific day for arms, just an arms day. Just leave your house, go to the gym and do nothing but arms, then go back home. Or go to the gym. If you want to combine arms and something else, do the arms first, then you do that something else. Let's say do your arms first, then you follow it with chest or back or shoulders or arms. I know that sounds ludicrous, but that will work crazy. But still, above all that, I'd advise you to have an arm day. That is still better than even combining them. What I'm saying that is, if you start with the arms, assuming that you choose to go the route where you're still doing arms with something else, and you start with the arms, then you follow it up with something else like back, sometimes it will be possible that when you go and start with the arms, at the back of your mind you won't really push yourself as much, because you'd be having the thoughts that after this I need to hit my back. So you'd be retaining some energy for the next workout, because you know that after I'm done with these arms, I'm going to do the back, so I need that. But rather, if you just go and do arms, you'll give it all that you can, because you know you don't need to do anything, and you go home, and that will help you boost the arms. So the next workout for the biceps that we're doing right now is called concentrate. And you see, we did the previous workout, we did just 2 sets each. Now on this one also we are trying to do for the high reps, and then we superset it with the overhead tricep extension with the dumbbells. And as you saw, the first set of this workout, I did it with with one dumbbell, 30 kg, and I noticed that there was a strain on my back. I usually like doing this workout when I'm resting my back on something, but today I didn't have a surface to rest my back on, and I was feeling some type of way, so I decided to repeat the workout. But on the second set, I used one dumbbell because at least that one doesn't strain my back. And so this makes it the second set, and I'm still supersetting it with the other workout, which is the concentrate. And when you're doing this overhead, I need you to lift the weight almost to where your arms is being straight, because that is also very important for the stretch and also to squeeze that muscle at the top. And another thing, I need you to know that this overhead workout is very important for the long head of the triceps. So any day when you are working your triceps or your let's say your back or biceps, whatever the body part you're training, try to hit it from different angles so that you can hit each and every muscle on that part. For instance, on the triceps, we have the long, the short, and the mid head. And if you want to hit all of them, you have to do different types of workout. If you just choose to do, let's say, the cable extension, the down cable extension, the downward, the problem with that is that you'll be hitting the short head, but the long head will be underdeveloped. But if you just do the overhead or the skull crusher, you will have the long head developed, but the short and the mid head won't be really developed. And if you just do the close grip on the dips, you'll have the short head, the mid heads of the triceps activated, but the long head will have been ignored. So to just have that fully all-rounded developed triceps or any part of the body, you need to hit it from different angles, and you need to know which workout hits which part of the muscle. And if you don't know all that about the muscles and the workouts that hit different parts, I think that's another reason why you need to subscribe to this to this channel, because personally that's what I do. I always explain to guys, I always teach what I know, because I'm a personal trainer and I'm a bodybuilder. So I always teach people for free, by the way, on this channel, different workouts for different muscles and how to train them with the right form, the right number of sets you need in a day, number of reps you need for different goals. That is, if you want to get stronger, if you want to get leaner, if you want to gain weight, and so on and so forth. Now we're going to the next workout. The next tricep workout is going to be the dips, and we are going to do the dips for the triceps. The dip for the triceps, I usually just like to get to 90 degrees, then I go up. I don't really stretch all the way down, because when I stretch down, I notice that this movement now start engaging the pecs more, and that's not what I want. Today I'm working on the triceps, and I need to concentrate on that. So that's why I go all the way up and just get just a little bit below the 90 degrees. And as you can notice, I'm going all the way to failure, because that is very important. Then I'm supersetting it with the close grip chin-ups, and this close grip chin-ups is always one of my favorite bicep workout. And you know why? It's because it is a good mass workout. In fact, it's arguably one of the best bicep workout if you really want to load your biceps with meat and muscles. You need to do this workout, and that's why you notice that gorillas and chimpanzees have very huge arms. It's because they're always chinning up and pulling up on the trees, and that makes them grow their biceps so big. So we got the second set of this workout, these calisthenic movements, and now we go back to dips also for the triceps, as I said. And as you can see, we are pushing all the way to failure. We are not leaving anything on the table, because you know what matters always is that when you go to the gym, you go to train, just make sure that you leave everything outside the door, and then you give it your all. Then any stress that you're having, you could pick it after you're done, because always I believe that the time at the gym is your personal time. This is just as spiritual as any part of somebody's life could get, because this is the time that you're working on your body and you're working on your mental health, and this is a very important time for you. So when you get to the moment when you're working out, just give it your all, just give everything that you can, and when you leave this place, you will always thank yourself later for the longevity, of course, for the good body, and also for the strength and health. Right now, this is time to check the pump, and I'm super impressed already. Can see how the arms are so vascular right now. The vascularity is crazy, and that is because the pump is just awesome. And you can see the shoulders and how the triceps are hanging down there. Wow, that is just what I love looking at, and that is what we call a good, awesome, brutal workout. That's what happens when you work out really well and you push yourself. You'll always get an awesome pump, and that is what we do it for. We do it for the pump, guys. We do it for the pump. And as always, I tell you that we do this also for health and longevity. That's why we use no drugs. We keep it natural as always, and we work hard respecting the game, because you know that's what it takes. And also, for that doesn't in any way ever look down on the guys who do this enhanced, because guess what, even the guys who use steroids and the performance enhancing drugs, I can assure you that those guys who have decent physique really work hard. You can never take that from them. That's why they get to a level of even thinking of using such stuff. These are just crazy people, and they're people that we also need in this world, because we need to see those freaks. As for me, I don't need to be so much freaky. I care about how I look, I care about aesthetic, but I really don't care about being super freaky. I want to be aesthetic, I want to live long, I want to live a healthy life. And yeah, I just want to be a good example and be a good advocate for natural bodybuilding, fitness, health, and longevity. I just want to be that guy who teaches people how to live a good life, eating good food, eating natural, close to nature food, and living a life of peace, always loving people around, not having hate in our heart, looking at life with the positivity, and never giving up, always thanking God and having gratitude at all times. And above all, staying positive, because you know what? This life, it is what it is. It doesn't matter whether we wake up in the morning and situations look like it's not how we want it to be. What matters is, as long as you're alive, everything is. There are bad days, there are good days, but what matters is everything is. Never judge. Don't judge any situation. Don't look at situation then tell yourself this situation is bad or good. Just accept that it is. And as we always know, this life is all about it's all about movement. Bad things go and bad things come. Things go up, things come down. Let me see you in the next one.